I think it'll be devastating to the community.
I think it's just not right to let that many jobs go. I think it's the economic heart of the town, so basically just ripping it out, getting rid of this many jobs.
Obviously it's going to be a devastating blow to the economy in Kilmarnock. It's at the very centre of it, a major employer, so obviously there's going to be a huge knock-on effect from the closure.
Got to affect it in a big way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Too many jobs not going.
Shops will be affected, pubs, everything basically.
It's been here too long to now lose it.
Well, I think it will have a major impact on the town and the surrounding area, particularly as we've lost a lot of industry in recent months.
It'll be an absolute disaster for Kilmarnock. Just screw up the economy. Millions of, well, hundreds of folk out of jobs.
Just make Kilmarnock a ghost town than what it is.
I mean, I think it's obviously going to 900 jobs out of any community is a big loss. I think it will affect them badly. I don't think it doesn't seem like it's an inevitability that it's going to happen, as demonstrated by the amount of people that are on the march and by the whole range of cross-party political support for it, from the Conservatives to the Labour to the SNP. It seems as if there's a real unity about making sure that it doesn't happen. So I don't think the game's over yet.
It'll affect us very much.
It'll affect Kilmarnock in a big way. Obviously Walker's is a big earner for the families in Kilmarnock and district, and for that to be eradicated is tragic for the area. So we just can't have this, and we got a big turnout today to protest against this proposal.
I think it will affect it greatly because Walker's has been here for 1800, yeah, and it's a big business in Kilmarnock because everybody associates whisky with Kilmarnock, Johnnie Walker's.
Well, I think it's going to have a very serious impact in Kilmarnock, and I think that's recognised not just in Kilmarnock but the length and breadth of Scotland, which is why so many of us, and certainly in the political spectrum, it's across all parties, wanted to turn up today and walk shoulder to shoulder with the local community to say we don't agree with this decision, we're very uneasy about it.
I think that will be pretty devastating for the local community. A huge loss in jobs, you know what I mean, for the local community. It's going to be diabolical here, I think, personally. So that's why I'm here to support it.
I think it'll affect the economy, obviously, and also families with mortgages, etc. And obviously it's going to leave a big gap in the environment as well. Plus, I think that Diageo, we know people that work in it, and I think they're just thinking money, to be quite honest with you.
I think it'll affect it drastically. It's the final nail in the coffin as far as I'm concerned.
It's much the same, yeah. It will. It's tragic. It's like taking all your burns out of here.
Well, I think it will have a devastating effect on the economy of Kilmarnock and to the families that work there, because we can't absorb that number of job losses now. I think it's vital to try and keep them in Kilmarnock.
I'm proud to come from Kilmarnock, and I think we are too. Congratulations for everybody turning out today. Give yourself a great round of applause.
Hopefully a good one.
A good impact,
but my opinion is, I think Diageo made up their mind 3 to 5 years ago.
Well, hopefully it will have a large impact, because I think this is the thin edge of the wedge, because I really believe that if these people could bottle the whisky in another country altogether, that's what they would do, and I think this is the start of that move.
I don't know that it will have much impact, but at least everybody's trying hard and trying to do something about it.
Pulling together.
Hopefully it's not a done deal, but I think it might be.
It's brought the town together.
I think so, yes. I think so.
It's united the town.
Definitely, I think so.
I think today's match will be excellent, raising the whole profile and making sure that every possible avenue is explored to see if the jobs can be retained and to make sure that the best deal for the employees and Kilmarnock economy is reached at the end of the day.
Hopefully it will just make Diageo's listen and shows that we're serious and we want these people to keep their jobs.
Well, we're certainly hoping we get a major turnout, and secondly that Diageo may be persuaded that the close link between Kilmarnock and Johnnie Walker as part of their advertising image would be severely dented if they took it away from this town.
Hopefully a lot, but
Happy no.
don't know. Hopefully if Kilmarnock support their town, everyone's behind it. Nobody wants it to close, so
They've probably already made their decision.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can change it.
I hope it has a great effect. I'm doubtful whether they'll keep the factory open now, but I hope it has some effect on Diageo's main business abroad and here. I hope people don't buy their products.
Well, I was interested in listening at the press conference there. A lot of the politicians were saying, and the union guys were saying, that the thing about companies these days, big companies like Diageo, is that they're very sensitive to their brands. You know, if their brands are seen to be doing badly, or if they're seen to be, the companies themselves are seen to be doing wrong, that it really does affect their business case. You know, and it seems a bit crazy. You know, if you're advertising a big part of your business plan is about Scottish whisky and the authentic nature of the whisky and the fact that it comes from a particular place in Scotland, to be treating Scottish workers so badly doesn't actually sound like very good business sense, because in the age of the internet and the age of mega information, no bad news travels fast and gets everywhere. And the guy from the unions there was saying that the American workers American unions are going to be pretty sympathetic to spreading bad news about Diageo all over the place, you know. So I think that's quite interesting. I think the brand is very, very Scottish, and they make money out of that. But it's not very good if there's an alternative message come along that says we actually don't actually regard the people who have been making it, you know, in this area for centuries, very well, treat them very well. So I think on a business level it might actually not happen, rather than just in terms of a morality or a justice level.
To be honest, I don't think it'll have a great deal of effect. I think it'll take a lot of political negotiating in the background before we can see any changes. I don't think Diageo will budge.
I think it's all financial and that. Just a last straw for the man.
Don't really know what it'll do, but hopefully it'll keep the place open.
I've written to the Chief Executive of Diageo and I've said, look, this is a hugely successful industry, you're a very successful company, built on generations of skill and loyalty, like the workforce at Kilmarnock and at Porton Das. Surely you should be looking very, very carefully at the alternative business model being prepared by Scottish Enterprise. So the reason I'm here today is to show the people of Kilmarnock they're not alone in this fight, there's a lot of sympathy for them, and to send a clear message to Diageo, look, you need to rethink this. And that's what I hope the impact of the march today will be.
Hopefully it'll have a good impact and show the rest of the country that we need to keep things that's made in Scotland and not get it made elsewhere. I think they're taking it to Fife, but Walker's whisky was started in Kilmarnock and that's where it should stay.
The larger the turnout, the greater the impact. I know that the Walker's management are on site today to see just what size the parade is as it walks past, and the bigger the parade, the bigger impact it will have on the Walker's management, who will have to sit up and take notice.
Hopefully Diageo will change their minds and hopefully bring the jobs back to the community, and it's business as usual.